Today we're diving into the Apollo P40 projector. Now let me tell you, this is an impressive piece of technology, especially given the price. Now imagine 4K quality, HDR10 decoding, and mind-blowing 700 ANSI brightness. Now I know a lot of these companies, they overstate, but we're not complaining. We'll get more into the specifics of the projector, but let's start by talking about these things right here. So the first one that I've got is actually an HDMI splitter. This projector only seemingly has one HDMI slot and I need two minimum. So this thing, splits it right there and it's very convenient. And this is just an HDMI cable, 3 feet because I don't need that much. I'll document my entire setup and show you what I mean. So this thing has a quiet air conduction system, a 4S auto keystone, a 3S autofocus, and 200% improved brightness. And a little thing about the improved brightness here, the company actually claims that this thing's got an upgraded direct light path structure, which gives you about 80% brightness uniformity, making movie nights, better, more clear. It can even reject ambient light up to a certain degree, which is very convenient. It has a sealed and dust-proof optical engine. It avoids 99% of black spots, again because of the fact that the optical engine is sealed. The dust is not able to get into it. It also has a 20-degree oblique projection, a powerful built-in speaker, easy 360 remote access, and wireless music streaming. And it's got Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1, so a lot of connectivity options, and the speakers are actually super powerful. I was really impressed with the performance. I do use a soundbar, so I'm not going to use the speakers, but thing to note for the people that will be using the speakers on this, they're actually very impressive. And manufacturing information on the side, the model number, about the company. You can scan the QR code, and all sorts of different text no one's got time to read. So let's get into the box. So let's start by opening the HDMI cable. This is from a brand called Stucci, if I'm pronouncing it right. I actually like their cables a lot. They're well built, and I've never had any issues with the HDMI cables specifically. I did have some issue with their DisplayPort cable, just a thing to mention, but nothing too much. This is a branding card by the company, and if you want to register your product, and just generic stuff. So as you can see, it's built well. It's braided nylon, which is the best part of it. And this is actually a 2.1 HDMI cable. This is capable of transmitting 8K at 60 hertz or 4K at 120. So you can use this with your PS5 or, with a TV that supports 2.1 HDMI. So this is actually perfect for that. This is an overkill for my projector here, but, these things are built well, so no one's complaining. And now for the HDMI splitter. So this is from a brand called Ugreen. And for those that know, Ugreen is actually one of the best brands you can trust if you're looking for cables or, power bricks. They just make quality products. That's one of the reasons why I went with Ugreen in the first place. And this is something in French, so I don't know what that is, but a user manual for sure, which we really don't need. It's a simple thing. And this is interesting. The packaging is just put at the back. Wow. Who knows? Maybe this was a return item. So this can carry a 4K signal. With the HDMI 2.0, it does not support 2.1, which is fine in my case, but if you're looking for something that does, this will not work out for you. So what it does is essentially just break the signal when you want it to. So you can just press the button and it splits the signal from one end to the other. So if, for example, if you've got like a streaming device on one and like a game console on the other, you could just press a button and that's what it's going to do, instead of you having to plug a cable out and then plug another one in. And if you're dealing with a projector setup, it's going to mess with the orientation of it, or mess with the screen setup, and I don't want to do that. So this is very convenient. So let's get into the projector now. I'm actually kind of excited to see how this feels and how it's built, because I've read and heard a lot about the construction of it, especially being different than other projectors. So let's see. So this thing is actually a native 1080, but it can accept a 4K signal and output into a 1080. The box came really weirdly poked into from the back, so I'm just hoping there's no damage inside. Alright, so let's open this thing up. And very minimal in terms of the packaging. Just a simple box for, I'm presuming, all the cables and the remote control. Everything's inside here. And no pamphlets or marketing or advertising papers or a user manual. Okay, we've got that in here. So we've got a user manual, a quick start guide, full HD projector. You can scan the QR code, the accessories list. Not bad, kept very simple and very easy to understand from the get-go. And this is actually just a generic remote. You get this with basically every Amazon projector or soundbar, honestly. And I think this is the power cable. It feels heavy. This is the AV channel cable. And I think a little screw if you want to raise the angle of the projector. And our good old HDMI. We all need this, and the more you have, the better. And a little cleaning cloth. I like this. That's it for the box. Now for the projector. So just some foam at the top and the bottom. It's actually nicely packaged. I am a big fan of minimalistic packaging. Let's open this up. Alright. So I gotta say, this is a beautiful projector. It's a very different design. I've never seen this sort of like a vinyl record player kind of design. I don't know what the company was going for, but that's what it looks like. And it looks good. And I love this thing here. You can just, it has a built-in cover for the lens. You got all the screw holes if you want to mount this to your ceiling. And I think this is a vent for the fan. Just a single on-off button with a satisfying click. So you've got an HDMI, an AV cable, an aux cable port, and 2 USBs. And the power on this side, interesting. My previous one actually had it on the back, so we're gonna have to change some things around in terms of the wiring. And this looks pretty good. So I'm gonna make a full installation video because I've got a hell of a setup coming up, because I'm gonna have to take my previous one off the ceiling, and I think I'm gonna change the placement around. So I'm gonna document putting this on the ceiling, doing the whole setup all over again. I'm also gonna change my streaming device, which is Amazon Fire Stick at the moment. I'm actually not happy with the performance of it and just the homepage in general. A lot of clutter. So I'm gonna switch over to a Google Chromecast with Android TV, and I'm gonna document everything. So I'm gonna make videos about how you set it up. So if anyone wants to follow, they can watch the videos. And if you have any questions, let me know. And thank you so much for watching. If you think this was helpful in any way, please do like and subscribe. That helps me a lot. Thank you so much.